Deconstruction of binary opposites. Derrida's deconstruction method critically examines and challenges the binary oppositions that have historically structured Western thought. These oppositions, such as speech, writing, presence, absence, and reason, emotion, are often hierarchical, with one term privileged over the other. Derrida's approach seeks to reveal the inherent instability and interdependence of these pairs, demonstrating that meaning is not fixed but continually deferred through language. In literature, art, and cultural critique, postmodernism adopts Derrida's principle to disrupt conventional distinctions. By deconstructing these binary oppositions, postmodernism challenges traditional hierarchies and encourages a more nuanced understanding of culture and society. This approach questions the validity of established categories and promotes a more inclusive and diverse perspective. For example, in literature, deconstruction might involve analyzing a text to uncover how it subverts traditional narratives or exposes underlying assumptions. In art, it could mean challenging the boundaries between high and low culture, questioning the value placed on certain forms of expression over others. In cultural critique, deconstruction might involve examining how societal norms and values are constructed and how they can be deconstructed to reveal underlying power structures. By applying deconstruction, postmodernism encourages a critical examination of the structures that shape our understanding, promoting a more complex and multifaceted view of reality. The issue of identity and the notion of a coherent autonomous self. The issue of identity and the critique of the coherent autonomous self is central to both post-structuralist and postmodernist thought. Post-structuralist theorists, particularly Foucault and Derrida, challenge the Enlightenment notion of a unified self-determining subject. Foucault argues that identity is not an innate or stable essence, but is instead produced through discourse and shaped by historical power structures. The self, in this view, is an effect of power rather than a free agent acting independently. Derrida further problematizes the idea of a stable self by questioning the foundations of meaning and language through his deconstructive approach. Since meaning is always deferred and contingent, identity too becomes unstable and relational, always in flux rather than fixed. Postmodernism explores these ideas, particularly in the realm of cultural and literary representation. Baudelaire, for instance, argues that in a hyper-real society, the concept of an authentic self dissolves, leaving only shifting performances of identity. Similarly, Judith Butler argues that gender identity is not a fixed essence but a series of performative acts that are socially and discursively produced. She challenges traditional views of gender as fixed or biological. Instead, she argues that gender is created and reinforced through repeated actions and behaviors. In Gender Trouble and Bodies That Matter, Butler contends that gender is not inherent but rather a social construct. People perform their gender through actions, dress, speech, and other behaviors. These performances are shaped by societal norms and expectations. Rather than presenting individuals as psychologically knowable and internally consistent, postmodern fiction often employs metafictional strategies fragmentation, and unreliable narration to reveal identity as fluid and constructed. This approach reinforces the idea that identity is neither stable nor self-contained, but is instead contingent upon language, power, and cultural forces. Ultimately, both movements suggest that identity is not a fixed foundation but a shifting construct continuously reshaped through discourse, representation, and historical conditions. Thank you very much.